Okay, so there's this new Christmas horror movie that just came out called It's a Wonderful Knife, and this one very quickly just became one of my annual rewatches for Christmas. I'll start this one off by saying the reviews that I've seen on this movie are honestly pretty bad. I'm not entirely sure why. I really liked it, but I feel like I might be the only one. If you're a fan of like totally killer, freaky, happy death day, this movie I think has the same exact energy, so I think you'll like this one. And with that being said, it's a movie that definitely does not take itself too seriously and is kind of silly at points. I actually said the freaky thing before I even noticed that it says from the writer of Freaky. That checks out. So this movie's about this girl named Winnie, and she goes to a Christmas party one night where her best friend is murdered, and then the best friend's grandfather is also murdered, as well as a couple of other people. The killer then comes after Winnie and her brother, but Winnie manages to kill the killer and stop him. A year later, Winnie notices that everybody has kind of just like forgotten about it. Nobody really talks about it. And she feels like nobody cares about her. So she wishes that she was never born. And it happens. And it turns out that in the world where she's never born, nobody ever kills the killer. And he goes on this complete killing spree and has now killed like 20 plus people. So then she has to find out how to kill the killer and how to get back to her original life. First of all, I think the performances in this movie are great, especially Justin Long. I wanted to punch his character in the face the whole entire movie, which means he succeeded at what he was supposed to be doing. If you watch it, it'll make sense. Catherine Isabel is also in this movie, who you might know from like Ginger Snaps, American Mary. She is our fucking horror queen, underrated. So overall cast and performances in this movie are great. I loved the design of the killer in this movie. I think it's like so iconic. And there are also some really awesome and bloody kills in this movie, which you know I love. The one thing I did dislike about this movie is the ending. Like, I think it got a little bit too supernatural. I don't want to give anything away, but there's a part where like people in town become like almost like zombies. So I do wish that was a little different, but overall, I really enjoyed this one. I think it was super fun and super campy, and just a really great addition to the Christmas horror subgenre. Overall, I give this one a 7.5 out of 10. If you want to check it out, it is currently streaming on Shudder.